Hey there, everyone. Welcome to day 14 of Step by Step September. My name is Mary. Today, we will be going for a walk. If you have access to a treadmill and would like to do that, awesome. If not, you can definitely head outside. If you wanted to use a different piece of equipment like a bicycle, a rower, or an elliptical, that would be excellent as well. So just whatever feels good to you and whatever you have access to. I am going to use a treadmill. I hope that you have a really nice walk today. Let's go ahead and jump into our walk. All right, so to get things started, we're just going to go at a slower pace, kind of getting our body moving a little bit. That is a little bit quicker than slower, so I always do this. I always start out, I'm like, I'm gonna go a little bit slower, and then I move a bit quicker than I feel ready for. So we're gonna walk like this for about another 35 seconds or so, and then we'll pick up the pace for a few minutes, come back for a minute. So we're gonna do 3 rounds of 3 minutes of a brisk pace. You can also increase the incline if you're on a treadmill, or the resistance if you're on an elliptical. We'll go faster or on a steeper incline, and then we'll slow it down for 1 minute, and we'll do that 3 rounds through, then do a little bit of cool down and be done for the day. So we got about 8 seconds left, and then we'll pick up the pace and move a bit more, I say purposefully. Let's go ahead and increase, and we'll go ahead and do a little bit of a brisk walk. This definitely feels brisk. Stay here for about 3 minutes. So if you wanted to kind of step up to that, go ahead, just whatever feels comfortable to you. I'm curious to know, what are you doing today? Are you walking outside? You on a treadmill? Are you doing some incline movement? Did you jump on another piece of equipment? Yeah, just what do you got going on today? I'd love to know. If you work out with, if you're doing this with a partner, you know, a buddy, a friend, your partner, a sibling, somebody else, your furry friend. Yeah, you taking a walk with someone else today. I obviously am solo, but for this walk, but I take walks with my partner and our dog other times, and I always enjoy that. I think I said this on our first walk, I really enjoy getting out and about, just being in the fresh air and seeing all the trees. My partner's good at spotting birds. We've got a lot of cardinals around here, so they're like super red. I believe that. I think I'm right on that. They're cardinals. They're very red. They're beautiful. And then these cute little yellow birds that sometimes look like flowers. They're so vibrant and yellow. And they're beautiful, and it's always fun to see that splash of color when we're out walking on the trail, and it's lots of green, and then of course the brown from the trees and the dirt, and then wow, here comes this beautiful bright red bird, beautiful yellow bird. It's always kind of exciting to see that. So I'm curious, do you stumble across anything like that on your walks? Oh, all right, we'll keep this pace for about another minute, another 65 seconds, and we'll slow it back down for a minute. Yeah, just getting a little walk in today, getting those steps. We're coming up on halfway mark. Tomorrow will be midway. How you feeling? How are you feeling? How's your body feeling? How's your heart feeling? How's your mind feeling? You feel like you're still in it? Are you making adjustments? Are you being compassionate with yourself? Practicing some flexibility, pivoting a little bit when you need to. We've got about 30 seconds left, and then we'll slow it down. Yeah, so how are you feeling, and what are you noticing? Is there anything that you've adjusted? Time of day that you're working out? Maybe you brought some other folks into this with you to have a little bit more fun, make it a little bit more social, add a bit of accountability. 10 more seconds, and then we'll slow down. So yeah, I'd be curious, what's going on for you as we move toward halfway mark? Okay, we'll go ahead and slow it down. Just, that feels nice. Would love to know. When we're building habits, it can be, it can be really beneficial and helpful to practice that flexibility. So allowing ourselves the space to be curious about what is working well for us and what isn't. You know, knowing what works well for us and knowing what doesn't work well for us, they're equally important, because the things that aren't working well for us, we can adjust. We might even scrap altogether and be like, that's just not a strategy that works for me. You know, perhaps we got about 15 seconds left and then we'll increase the pace again. Perhaps there have been some movements we've done that your body's like, no, I don't enjoy that and I don't want to do that again. And that's okay. We don't have to do every single thing that is put in front of us. Let's go ahead and increase the pace again. We don't have to do every single tool or take on every single strategy that is put in front of us when we're building habits. We can try a few. If something fits, we want to keep that. If it doesn't fit, we want to let it go, because that allows us to create space to try something new and bring in another tool that perhaps is a much better fit for us, that aligns more with our feelings of confidence and passion, joy, ease, peace, those kinds of things. So that flexibility piece when we're building a habit is so key. I feel like I can't emphasize it enough. So are you finding yourself being flexible with things as you dive into this and move through it? Are there areas where you're noticing that you'd like to soften a little bit more and be a little bit more flexible with yourself even? It doesn't even have to be within your schedule, but just like, are there some things you're saying to yourself? Do you notice thoughts rolling through your head that's like, oh, I could soften this up a little bit and create a tiny bit of wiggle room for myself to be more kind to me? When we're adding new movements and exercises, we got about 1.5 minutes left, and we'll slow it down. Especially when we're adding new exercises and movements into our routine or trying them out to see how it feels to our body. I know that I can be a little bit critical of myself if I don't pick something up right away, or I don't feel like I'm doing it as good as I could. And I can be kind of tough on myself about that. And I don't know if you notice the same about yourself. And if we do notice those things where we're being a little bit critical or rough with ourselves, maybe harsh, that's an opportunity. Okay, we got about 50 to 52 seconds left. How can we create a little bit of space to be like, hey, self, it's okay. You don't have to be perfect. And this is new. This is new to me. It's new to you. And we all got to start somewhere. So if you're noticing that with yourself, I just invite you to take it as if you hear those thoughts come up, catch yourself and just try and give yourself a little bit give yourself a little pep talk and just remind yourself, like, this is new to me. I don't have to be perfect. And I'm taking steps to make progress. We got about 10 seconds left and we'll slow down. And tell yourself 2 compliments. So for every 1 criticism that we give ourselves, let's go ahead and slow the pace down. For every 1 criticism that we give ourselves, let's give ourselves 2 compliments, 2 put-ups. So if I'm, like, oh man, I didn't do that. I didn't get all those reps in, or here's a common thing I do. I forget what I'm counting. And I've been really, really transparent with you all about that. I know that you probably recognize it, but if I get upset with myself about that, I'm like, Mary, you should be more focused, and kind of critical of myself with that. I got to give myself 2 compliments of like, yeah, and you're acknowledging it, and that's a hard one to think about, some compliments. But yeah, so giving yourself 2 put-ups, that's actually a good example. Here I am trying to say, like, let's give ourselves 2 compliments and acknowledging how challenging that can be. So yeah, when you give yourself a put down, cancel it out with 2 compliments. Let's go ahead for our 3rd and final round of increasing that speed. I'm learning a lot about myself in this moment on this walk. What a gift. And I think you guys are learning quite a bit about me as far as that's concerned. So, all right, right, we got 3 minutes at this pace. We're less than 3 minutes now. We got about 2.5 minutes left at this pace. And we'll bring it down for 2 minutes and be done for today. Getting a little warm. Should have pulled my hair up. That's okay. Sometimes we gotta take our walks during the workday and we can't always pull our hair up. So there we go. That was just an example. Sometimes we might be taking our walks during the work break and your hair might be down. If that's the case and you're getting a little sweaty underneath in the neck too, we're in this together. Had a few intense workouts, more than a few. A couple days ago, that really kicked my behind. Day 12 was quite intense. I hope that your body is able to reset from that and that you're feeling okay from it and that you gave yourself that grace during it to pull back, ease up. All right, let's go ahead and bring that pace down. Ooh. We got 2 minutes here. It's a little cool down walk. Kind of come back to center. Hopefully we've been a little more centered throughout our walk. Just come back and bring the heart rate down a little bit. And then we'll get back to our day or get on to our day. Maybe you're doing this first thing in the morning. I do find it nice to do a short walk in the morning. It can be a very gentle way to get your body up and moving and kind of get going. Yeah, I really enjoy a nice walk in the morning. One more minute, a little less than a minute. It's our victory lap. Yeah. So as we approach tomorrow, the halfway point, I really encourage you to kind of think about your goals, what goals you walked into this with, and reflect a little bit when you have a space and time and think about, has anything changed? Your goals changed even just a little bit. Have you noticed changes in yourself? Are you sleeping differently? Do you have a little more energy? Changes in your feelings of hunger? Are you noticing any changes in your body? The answer may be yes, and the answer may be no. There is no right or wrong answer to that, but just give yourself some time to reflect on how you're feeling and how you're feeling about your goals, how you're feeling about this habit, how you're feeling about yourself in that. And, if you want to share, we'd love to know. We'll go ahead and come to a stop. We'd love to know, just kind of, if you want to share, if you're feeling comfortable and okay with doing that, I'd love to know kind of what your self-check-in is. Yeah. That's today's workout. I hope that it was a nice walk for you. Thank you again so much for joining me. It is such a gift that you share your time in this way each day. And we're just so glad that you're part of this community. I hope that you have a great rest of your day, whatever it is you've got going on. I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Take good care of yourself.